I feel like more people need to know about this.
Right now at 6, Coloradans who need help the most are being targeted by scammers.
They're seeing families that are losing thousands and thousands of dollars, and it's not planning to be reimbursed.
And these victims say the systems in place don't do enough to protect them. Contact Denver 7 works to get answers.
Several arrests are made in the death of a beloved member of our community. And tonight, one more suspect is on the loose. What you need to know.
Plus, these might be the most adventurous pets around.
It's our animals that are famous, not us.
Now their owners are using this newfound fame for good.
Our goal is to preserve 1,000 acres in the American West.
And good evening, and thank you for watching Denver 7 News at 6. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. For families receiving food assistance, every dollar counts.
And over the last several months, that sense of security has been threatened as EBT card scams rise across the country.
And those impacted have contacted Denver 7 for help. Consumer investigator Jacqueline Allen has a look at the push for systemic change at the federal and state level.
I'm a full-time student.
After class every night, Red Rock student Jamie O'Reilly already has her hands full.
I'm a single mom of 2 kids.
So when she found out her food benefit account had been emptied,
I get $900 worth of groceries stolen within a week of receiving my benefits. What is my family supposed to do for the next 30 days?
she's the latest person reaching out to contact Denver 7 about a dramatic rise in stolen electronic food benefits.
That's money I use to feed my kids.
We've now learned of more than 100 reports of stolen food funds in the last year in Colorado. Total loss, an estimated $177,000. The state says thieves use skimming devices to clone the cards and drain accounts, and the federal government isn't replacing those funds.
The state of Colorado can and should do something in the meantime.
Liz Riley Sanders with the Colorado Center on Law and Policy says federal policy does need to change, but states could also do more. And some are. In Maryland, frustrated lawmakers want to use rainy day money.
Ultimately, if this was a priority of the governor, it would be getting done.
And in California, an appeals court is now requiring stolen electronic food benefits be replaced.
Why isn't Colorado doing that?
There are a very small number of states, as I understand it, who are replacing those benefits with state-only dollars. They have built not only the process and the functionality, but then they also have the budget in order to be able to support that.
Jamie understands a busted budget, now turning to food banks and Jefferson County for help feeding her family.
So they actually gave me like a $100 gift card to King Soopers. So they're like, we're sorry, like we know it's not nearly what was taken from you, but it's all they can do.
For Contact Denver 7, I'm Jacqueline Allen.
And the state has taken action by banning EBT transfers to certain states where this kind of theft is rampant. And they recommend that people change their pins, freeze their cards, and call even if you notice a small purchase that you didn't make, because often thieves will make a test buy before they drain the account. And if you ever have anything you would like Jacqueline or our Contact Denver 7 team to look into, don't hesitate to call the number on your screen or email contact7@thedenverchannel.com.
4 people have been arrested for the murder of a beloved member of Denver's East Colfax neighborhood. Right now, Denver police say they are still searching for one other person who may have fired a gun. Back on July 15th, Ma Kang was hit and killed by a stray bullet after she returned home from work at her family's restaurant. Police tell us they believe the suspects are gang members, and today a Denver police spokesperson shared a message on behalf of her family.
I hope that gang members look at these situations and make changes in their lives. Stop terrorizing people. I hope that families will look at this situation and pay attention to their kids. I hope there are less bad people in this world so these tragedies do not happen, so families do not lose loved ones.
And police have yet to identify the 5th person involved in the shooting. If you know anything, call police. There have been several community meetings following this shooting regarding police response time in the East Colfax neighborhood and just overall safety.
A Colorado Springs woman who was shot while visiting family in Milwaukee says she's ready to forgive the man who took so much from her. Carrie Barnhill remains in the hospital tonight, recovering. Last week, a man shot Carrie, her sister, brother-in-law, and a family friend. Carrie's sister was killed. Carrie says she was shot several times in the feet and legs and credits her military experience for keeping her alive.
Being military, I fell to the floor and just played dead. Even when the bullets was going in my feet, I did not move because being retired from the Air Force, I knew that would be a sign that I was still alive. And so when the police came, they wouldn't let me look at all, but I knew that my sister was not going to make it.
Well, the suspect has not been arrested. Milwaukee police are still looking for a motive of this shooting. We have new details tonight of the death of 22-year-old Angie Vega, who was murdered while getting ready to close up the store NoCo Nutrition in Greeley Friday. Denver 7 obtained the arrest affidavit. It says the suspect sat inside the store for about an hour waiting for everybody else to leave. He attacked Vega, and arrest documents say he attacked her several times with a hatchet. A 24-year-old Marcos Rios has been arrested. He is expected to be charged tomorrow.
A program meant to help residents in underserved neighborhoods get around more easily is hoping to expand. The Montbello Connector provides free rides to Denver residents who need to run errands nearby. And right now, the program utilizes 3 vehicles and has long wait times due to its popularity in the Montbello neighborhood. Well, the extension would add another car to the fleet and begin providing service to Globeville, Elyria, Swansea with 3 more vehicles.
There's a need for it. There's a great community need for it. Everybody doesn't have a car. I mean, there's a great assumption that everybody can get around.
Right now, the proposal to expand the program has moved out of a Denver City Council committee, so it's now headed to the full council for consideration.
Tomorrow is the last day of RTD's Zero Fare for Better Air initiative. Now, all throughout the month of August, all fares on RTD rides have been waived. So this was approved by state lawmakers this past session. The idea, of course, to get more cars off the road. So RTD will release numbers on just how successful this program was in November. CDOT's planning to fine the contractor in charge of the Central 70 project over the flooding that stranded all those drivers in early this month. That contractor, Kiewit Meridian Partners, said the drainage pumps did not automatically turn on, and that caused all those problems. CDOT isn't sure just how much it'll cost to fix the drainage problems, but it plans to fine Kiewit at least, quote, tens of thousands of dollars.
A Colorado couple is trying to make sure their dog gets everything he would have ever dreamed. Denver 7's Colette Bordelon met the people behind the social media famous Instagram account, Henry the Colorado Dog.
Come on, Pan. Good job! A dog on a trail, a classic in Colorado.
He's still in training.
He's a puppy! But this trail
Tell everyone he's the magic kitty, and then people don't listen. I'm like, okay.
has a hiking cat, too. But Baloo is very dominant and territorial at home. Baloo and Pan.
I've been posing.
A match made in the mountains. And Pan's just such a lover and has always listened to Baloo 100%. Their parents, Andre Sibilski and Cynthia Bennett, sometimes get stopped along the trail.
Yeah, people are always asking us how we do it, and it's like, he's just a good cat. Like, he's just chill, you know? His reaction is to freeze.
And sometimes they get recognized. But it's our animals that are famous, not us. Over 2 million followers on Instagram famous, and scrolling through their pictures, it's easy to understand the obsession. It wasn't really like a planned thing. I started having way too many pictures of Henry on my own Instagram account. Because before it was Baloo and Pan, it was Baloo and Henry, also known as Henry the Colorado Dog. He was the dog that kind of took care of me. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. The bond between Henry and Baloo, that's what made their Instagram account really take off.
And things are different now. Henry was Baloo's mom, and now this is Baloo's puppy.
A change no one is ever ready for. He was our kid, so it was really hard when he got cancer. Like this was all of our hands and paws coming together at the end. Henry's passing just a few months ago was hard for everyone, especially Baloo. He really just went into like a downfall of depression. That's when Pan came into the picture. Pan is our little savior. I love you. Helping the whole family with a kind of love they first learned from Henry.
It's so human, though, to choose to love some things and not others, and animals don't suffer from that.
Which is why these two started a nonprofit called the Henry and Baloo Foundation.
And our goal is to preserve 1,000 acres in the American West.
Expanding the wildlife corridor, so to speak. They're excited to preserve their first piece of land, which looks like it'll happen this year. Good boy, Baloo! Knowing it's what Henry would have wanted.
And with this foundation, there never has to be a last time or, you know, an end. He can live on forever.
Another gift from the dog. We love you, Henry! who changed countless lives. Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
And their nonprofit is working to purchase and permanently preserve open land in the West, working to save as many forests, rivers, and canyons as possible. And you can learn more online at the henryandballou.org.
90s again today. I'll let you know how long this hot streak is going to last.
Our rapidly growing front range is putting native species at risk.
There's families of prairie dogs underneath there and they can't get out.
Local advocates are now trying to hold those involved accountable.
We are just developing so much quicker and they have nowhere to go.
Plus, we're 2 weeks out from Monday Night Football, and the Broncos have finalized their roster. We're live with a look at who made the cut.